hell's going on?
You are witnessing a front three-quarter view of two adults sharing a tender moment.
Yeah. Let's kick his ass. Let's kick his ass.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Let's kick his ass.
How you people doing out there? All right, party.
You look like you need a hug. You're not gonna get one from me.
And run his pockets, yeah.
See? Let this kick stand! Calm down, Sean! Don't tell me to calm down!
Oh yeah, let's kick his ass.
Terrorist propaganda! Mao Zedong would have loved you!
I'ma stab and put a lemon in the gash.
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Make a splash. Let's hook him up, the jumper cables hit the gas.
I'm just unabashedly and unashamedly broadcasting my obsession on the internet.
I'll get you for this! You won't escape my wrath!
His body in the trunk. Then let's park the car somewhere and blow it up.
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little richer.
Let's punch him in the
Okay. You know that I told that I don't want to stay on parade, but I fucking want to stay on parade. This is the best.
Never mind, it's not quiet at all. Alright, you guys are already looking at the timer for this episode, so you know something's going wrong. It is Friday, May 16th, the last day of schooling for Sacramento State, and I'm officially done with college. I know I have to still do credential stuff or find something to do with an English degree. I'll make it happen one way or another. Or I won't, and this will be one of the last episodes. But anyway, just going to shoot off some thoughts and update where some people are at. I know Eric's had a busy schedule because he could only do Wednesday, but I had to take my last final on Wednesday. As for Steven, he is currently interviewing for a job today, as mentioned in, I think it's 2 episodes ago. He quit the pill stuffing job. And I'm also on the clock for recording and uploading this little tiny mini episode because I am called in to my work to substitute Spanish, which I thought about getting a minor in Spanish just because it'd help if I wanted to live in California. I haven't forgotten any of it, but I can only summon a couple of words at a time. I could still read and write it decently, but having a conversation with someone who's fluent, I get lost. I get white boy wasted. For basketball, we have a very fun situation where Tatum is injured, which is not fun. Okay, maybe shouldn't lead with that. But Tatum is out for the year and for most of next year. And the Celtics otherwise currently just won Game 5 without him, which only proves to my and real ball knowers theory that the Celtics are a good team and the Knicks are not as good of a team. So I really want the Celtics to win anyway, just because it would really piss off all of the Boston fans that I know personally, because they think they're very do-hoo-hoo that the Celtics need everything to go right for them to win, and that they're such the underdog every time. It's just insane to me what whiny babies Boston fans are. They never know struggle, and yet think they're constantly struggling. I hate Boston so much. But if they win the title, then I have free reign to just clown on Tatum and tell them that they should never worry because you're fucking Boston. So it's okay if they win the title. Otherwise, the other 60-win teams, Cleveland is out. Pacers just ran the floor on their asses. I know they were missing Garland for 2 games. I'm trying to make on NBA Trade Machine it work where the Cleveland Cavaliers will get Durant, and it took a very elaborate 4-team trade where the Nuggets would receive just more depth in general and a couple of firsts, like DeAndre Hunter and Kyle Anderson, Royce O'Neal, and a couple firsts to booster their bench. They had to give up Michael Porter Jr., who's going to go to the Heat, along with Max Strus and picks. The Suns will get Andrew Wiggins, Jared Allen, and 3 firsts for Durant, which will be received by Cleveland. So I don't know what you guys think of that trade, but I'm trying to get Durant to a competitor, and it seems like Cleveland needs him the most, and I feel like they could just move Evan Mobley to the 5 and just play 5 out. And just Durant's, even when he's old, he's still going to get you buckets. I've been doing this thing where I'm trying to use every asset only once, but try to make a trade for everybody that improves every team in the league, following the trade machine rules. I'm getting blown the fuck up, but I think... Oh, my boss. And the person I'm covering for. So that's great. They don't understand that I'm busy podcasting because I'm not just a vessel for their odd jobs. That was more of a Fox thing when he worked there. Which, speaking of Fox, I was on his stream last night as he's playing the awesome game Chance of Sonar. It's this puzzle language game that has like a better overarching story than what like that gameplay is, but the gameplay is also very intriguing and just there's not just like translating words, there are other puzzles throughout the game, so probably the best single player experience of 2023, Chance of Sonar.
Good to see you, Harley.
Was that your funeral?
It was pretty smart, wasn't it? Oh, the same old indigestion, Harley. These are the only things that help, these tablets. These are the last. Can't get them anywhere in Europe anymore.
You know what's happened to your girl? She's been arrested.
Tough, very tough, but don't worry, old man. They won't hurt her.
They're handing her over to the Russians.
What can I do, old man? I'm dead, aren't I?
You can help somehow.
Holly. Exactly who did you tell about me,
I told the police.
Unwise, Holly.
And Anna?
Unwise. Did the police believe you?
You don't care anything at all about Anna, do you?
I've got quite a lot on my mind.
You wouldn't do anything.
What do you want me to do?
Be reasonable. Somebody else
do. You expect me to give myself up?
Why not?
It's a far, far better thing than I do with the old limelight, the fall of the curtain. Oh, Holly, you and I aren't heroes. The world doesn't make any heroes.
You've got plenty of
outside
contacts.
of your stories. I've got to be so careful. I'm only safe in the Russian zone. I'm only safe here as long as they can use me.
As long as they can use you.
I wish I could get rid of this thing.
So that's how they found out about Anna. You told them, didn't you?
Don't try to be a policeman, old man.
What do you expect me to be? Part of
You can have any parts you want as long as you don't interfere. I've never cut you out of anything.
So I remember when they raided the gambling joint, you knew a safe way out.
Sure.
Yeah, safe for you, not safe for me.
Old man, you never should have gone to the police, you know. You ought to leave this thing alone.
Have you ever seen any of your victims?
You know, I never feel comfortable on these sort of things. Victims? Don't be melodramatic. Look down there. Would you really feel any pity if one of those dots stopped moving forever? If I offered you 20,000 pounds for every dot that stopped, would you really, old man, tell me to keep my money? Or would you calculate how many dots you could afford to spend? Free of income tax, old man. Free of income tax. The only way you can save money nowadays.
A lot of good your money will do you in jail.
That jail's in another zone. There's no proof against me. Besides you.
I should be pretty easy to get rid of.
Pretty easy.
Wouldn't be too sure.
I carry a gun. Don't think they'd look for a bullet wound after you hit that ground.
Dug up your coffin.
And found Harbin? Holly, what fools we are talking to each other this way, as though I'd do anything to you, or you to me. You're just a little mixed up about things in general. Nobody thinks in terms of human beings. Governments don't. Why should we? They talk about the people and the proletariat. I talk about the suckers and the mugs. It's the same thing. They have their 5-year plans. So have I.
You used to believe in God.
Well, I still do believe in God only. I believe in God and mercy and all that, but the dead are happier dead. They don't miss much here, poor devils. What do you believe in? Oh, if you ever get Anna out of this mess, be kind to her. I think you'll find she's worth it. I wish I'd asked you to bring me some of these tablets from home. Holly, I'd like to cut you in, old man. There's nobody left in Vienna I can really trust, and we've always done everything together. When you make up your mind, send me a message. I'll meet you any place, any time. And when we do meet, old man, it's you I want to see. Not the police. Remember that, won't you? Don't be so gloomy. After all, it's not that awful. Well, what the fella said. In Italy, for 30 years under the Borgias, they had warfare, terror, murder, and bloodshed, but they produced Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and the Renaissance. In Switzerland, they had brotherly love. They had 500 years of democracy and peace, and what did that produce? The cuckoo clock. So long, Holly.
Otherwise, Fox Stevens and I's interests lie on wrestling, which I don't think any of us watched Backlash, but we all knew that John Cena was going to beat Orton still. I'm happy that they kept Valkyria with the belt over Lynch. I thought Lynch was just going to go on a heel icy run, which would have also worked, but I'm happy instead we're building up other people, along with Fatu retaining. I know we're heading towards... I don't even know what the name of the next pay-per-view is. I know it's not Money in the Bank, but I know like the title fight is Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. I hope both guys fail to make it to the ring. There's sometimes where wrestling is like 1% of the time it is everything you want. And then 99% of the time I feel like it's a huge miss. But chasing that 1%, it's like gambling, being invested in something so shitty for it to pay out, or at least approach to pay out, to like not even pay out in that you win big, but like paying out is like being even after a year of throwing away emotional investment and for Peacock subscribers actual money. So yeah, wrestling, basketball, is that all we need to cover? I'm not super in on political stuff, but I know we have an American Pope now. I got nothing else on that. Don't think he has a chance of being in one of the top like 10 best popes, because we got, being Pope like 1,000 to like 1,500 years ago kind of just meant you were king of the world. So there are things where controlling the church just meant everything. You could lead crusades. You could dedicate you could carve up new lands for people. Is there anything else I need to talk about? The other 60-win team I haven't mentioned because I went on that Kevin Durant tangent is the Thunder, who now find themselves in a Game 7 against my Denver Nuggets. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan, but I want Jokic to win everything. I don't care. Jokic to me is like how I feel about the San Francisco Giants. I don't care about what players, as long as those uniforms win the World Series every year, it makes me happy. And I think that outcome or Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves winning it all would be good for me. I don't really want Pacers to win with Halliburton. I don't want the Knicks because I don't like their unethical hoops, with Josh Hart being the king effort merchant and Jalen Brunson just colliding into people and it's a foul on the opponent. Just don't need to see that get rewarded. I saw They Might Be Giants on last Friday, and it was cooler than I expected. They played they did one half that was just their John Henry album, which I had no idea existed. I didn't know any song off of that, so it's cool learning songs. And then they played a couple of hits in the second half. But that was to make that was my Hanukkah gift to Rebecca. So, and that's her favorite band, so that's one checkmark thing done. I'm still waiting on trying to sell this Tesla, and it has been a 2.5 month ordeal now because it seems like people are responding to me about being fine with the price, but then either flaking the day they agree to show up or some other mishap. And it seems like we're almost official on this person, but it's still being delayed as shit. So that bothers me.
Wait a minute. This isn't my world. Disappointed!
You're gonna die tomorrow.
I'm trying to get under 190 pounds consistently for the year. I'm 5'8". 190 pounds should not be too hard to ask. I'm just really horrible at eating. I make horrible eating decisions. And I do it at high quantities. But, I'm trying to run at least 2.5 miles 3 times a week. If that's not going to help my body, it's going to help my heart last longer, I guess. Congratulations to Sam at NBA Baby Secret on his bit of hating Jalen Williams. He's been dog shit this whole series against the Nuggets. I wish I had more rants. Maybe if I had to park at Steven's apartment today, I'd be more fired up and angry. But being asked to go back to work in a couple hours, and I felt like when I would graduate that I'd have more freedom because I wouldn't have to go to school for the middle of the day, so I have 2-hour breaks in between shifts and classes and work, but I'm still running out of time. It feels like very stupid anime, but there is a thing where graduating college, which is a thing that, not everyone has the opportunity or follow throughs on, all that. But there's no real getting to enjoy it. You got to go to work still, and then everyone's immediately asking, what are you going to do next? And just the what are you going to do next is why America sucks. Everything is move forward or get thrown away. And this is not specifically to familial pressure, it's just everybody. And that's what we just think is normal in this putrid fucking dumpster mental health of a country. Because you know what I want to do? I want to relax, sell this Tesla, and get lucky in a way where I don't have to work too often. I don't know who has pride in their work, but it better be for either like a really good cause or you're really fucking talented in a way that gets rewarded. Because work has to suck, and like 80% of the jobs are terrible. And really, if we're gonna adjust for inflation and like everything, minimum wage should be like $52 per hour, and that's not an exaggeration. Like people who are like the manager of a movie theater in the 40s could afford like a 2-story house, and people could pay for pretty good houses in like 2002 on like $2,200 of rent, whereas now that's like not enough to cover a 2-bedroom apartment in California. Man, world's awesome. 20 years of schooling. Is it worth it? Probably not anymore. I think college degrees mattered more back in the day. I think it's going to be way more people you know. And college is a place that you send off if you could afford to send your kids off somewhere, that's great. Otherwise, it's going to be just who is good and willing to do stuff. That's who's going to get the jobs. Who is good and willing to do stuff. All right, well, that's my time. I gotta edit this together. The lawnmowers are going crazy as they're mowing up the cement because there is no grass here. All the grass in California is dead. All right. Bye. Oh, wait, before that, bye. Tonight, me and the executive producer, Grink, are going to see Matt McCusker of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Saw Shane Gillis around this time last year, and it was like the peak of his powers before, like right before he did SNL and Tires came out. So if you're hearing this, I'm probably uploading in the same day. You could see me at the Crest Theater for Matt. All right. See you all next week, and thanks for enjoying this very small episode.
They call